Siro, and I'm a software developer in a company called Astounding Labs. And when I'm not at work, or when I'm not busy with the work, I normally go cycling because that is my main hobby. And most importantly of all, I like doing things that have impact on people's lives, mostly to do with this hobby. So I'm a person who likes fostering unity and happiness among people, and above all, I like outdoor activities. I did a ride around Mount Kenya, which came to around 525 kilometers, and it took me 2 days to do it. So far that's my longest at the moment.
Wow, that's a long distance, you think. On the 21st of December 2020, a professional Kenyan cyclist, Suleiman Kangangi, embarked on a charity ride from Nairobi to Mombasa and back, which was about 1,000 kilometers. The ride aimed to raise funds for the disadvantaged children in Aswani Kizito Project of Hope in Nairobi and Happy Rock Center in Eldoret. On 25th September 2021, a team of cyclists drawn from the East African countries embarked on a 6,000-kilometer cycling tour covering the East African countries on a mission to promote free trade, tourism, and safe environment for regional countries. The 55-day cycling tour was officially flagged in Tanzania by the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs. Well, it did not end there. On the Christmas Eve of the same year, Jack Siro rode from Nairobi to Kisii approximately 315 kilometers in 13 hours. You ask yourself this question: why would you suffer such a long distance? Of what benefit? Well, Jack gives an astounding answer: happiness.
The reward is basically one word: happiness.
David Kinja is the first decorated African rider to sign up for the European cycling team. He trained and mentored Chris Froome as a cyclist when he was a young boy living with his parents in Kenya. Chris Froome has won 7 Grand Tour, 4 editions of Tour de France, 1 Giro d'Italia, and Vuelta a España twice. He now runs a charity foundation in Kenya, Safari Simbaz, aimed at helping young people from disadvantaged communities to get into cycling, giving them new skills, building their self-esteem, and present new opportunities. And as mentioned earlier, professional cyclist Suleiman Kangangi also did a 1,000-kilometer charity ride to raise funds for the less fortunate. Jack Siro aims to beat his own record by cycling from Nairobi to Kisii under 12 hours. He also believes that charity is one way of rewarding the community that raised you.
I never gave it much thought until when one day somebody approached me. It was after I had done a ride to Kisii, my home place, and come back, that I was actually trending on social media. So charity is just how you give back to the community, because you came from the community. Myself, I'm a product of things that people have done to the community.
According to Jack, cycling is one of the cheap and best way to rehabilitate oneself from addiction and mental issues, because it is that activity that engages one's body, mind, and soul all together.
Basically, cycling is one thing that it involves your mind and soul and body in all aspects, because you cannot be cycling and you are doing something else. You have to leave whatever you are doing and just concentrate in cycling, because without doing that, you can have an accident. It's not. But when you are cycling, you are the vehicle, and at the same time you are the passenger. So it involves the whole of your body in everything that you'll be doing. You will have to be sober when you are doing it. When you're cycling, you are on top of a machine that is on the ground. So if you lose concentration of where you are, the next thing you'll be crashing.
Cycling in Kenya is already a dangerous activity. According to NTSA, the number of people killed and injured in road crashes in Kenya went up by 17.3% December last year compared to the same period last year, 2021. Accidents of pedocyclists rose by 21.7% from 60 in 2019 to 73 in 2020. On 26th March this year, I came across a post on Twitter by a user account of Kimani Osoro that read as follows: Gun-toting thugs tried to steal from a white man on Limuru Githiga Road. They were overpowered and one was arrested while the other escaped this evening, tagging Atimatri route. On 19th January 2021, another cyclist vlogger, Moses Amira, also posted this on his Twitter account. Cyclists, we are at war. A mugging attempt was made on me by 3 guys on a motorbike at 50 km per hour on Northern Bypass. 6 years of cycling in Nairobi, and now this. Weaponize yourself, carry a screwdriver, a penknife, and something to defend yourself if need be. Be careful out there. These, among others, are few incidents that cyclists face on their day-to-day basis as they cycle. Some have been hit by motorbikes carelessly driven. Some of them don't come back alive. Jack believes that those involved in accidents, it is simply because they miscalculate, they are either too fast or too slow, and failure to observe road safety rules.
I think you get it on the road because you probably assumed a lot. You were either too fast or too slow in a particular place on the road, or you didn't. Most of the time is you didn't use road signals, hand signals. It's important to use hand signals on the road so that you communicate to other road users.
According to him, he observes road safety rules and wears the correct attires that identifies him as a cyclist. He also uses back, front, and flashlight to increase his visibility at night.
Keep left and less overtaking, and I always don't like doing things, bad practices like tailgating vehicles or anything. No, put on attire that identify you as a cyclist, a helmet, and then a full cycling kit. If it's dark or it's getting dark, you need to have backlights and flashlights so that anybody in front or behind you will see that you are actually on the road.
Jack has crashed several times. It's part of the sport, he says. He has heard of attacks and mugging of cyclists, but he has never fallen victim. So, what is his secret?
Personally, I've never been attacked, and I always go out as usual the way I do. I always wake up and pray before going out. In the evening, I also pray, thanking God for guidance and mercy, and also I'm self-aware on the road. If I feel something fishy is going around me, I will stop or I will divert.
Well, charity begins at home. According to Jack, charity is not an activity that is well embraced in an African capitalist environment. There are those few who are all in, but a bigger percentage is full of skepticism. Some organizations totally ignores you when you ask for their supports, he says.
Of course, one thing is that they're doubting Thomases, and then another one is organizations that are biased in that they judge you and they see that there is no potential in what you are saying, so they probably will ignore you. And then of course there are individuals who promise but they end up being fake promises.
Did you seek support from any maybe reputable organization?
I did, and I was ignored by some, and some took the challenge and they accepted to help me.
Above all, cyclists have kept their hope alive, hoping for a better tomorrow. Many petitions have been put in place calling for the safety of cyclists on the road, including #Cyclists Lives Matter, #MyLane2, and #Share the Road by Critical Mass Nairobi, Kisumu, and Mombasa. Critical Mass is an organization aimed to raise awareness about cycling, road safety, and good health through cycling in Kenya. #MyLane2 is a public awareness and advocacy campaign calling for the adoption of comprehensive non-motorized transport legislation in Kenya by the World Wide Fund for Nature. The awareness is aimed to contribute to a transition to sustainable practices to cut down on carbon emissions towards less than 2 degrees Celsius ambition. It also seeks to support a safe, efficient, healthy, and climate-friendly just road system that will lead to systemic change through inclusive road transport design, and construction that will lead to systemic change through inclusive road transport design and construction, as well as help Kenya transition and adopt sustainable road infrastructure development practices.